Okay, good morning, our viewers. This is Calvary TV, and my name is Friday Raphael Uja. I'm one of the worker in Calvary TV, and with me here we have our guest, which will be facilitating for us on a major issue that is killing the Christian youth, which is the aspect of marriage. With me here we have our uncle, a great teacher of the Word of God. We have our uncle here with me. We call him uncle. He don't like pastor title. Definitely, usually call him uncle. With me here we have our uncle Stephen Anankpa. Me also we have one of our young couple in the ministry, our uncle and auntie, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson Owochu, here with us in the studio. Today, sir, Ma will be treating a very crucial issue that is killing the Christian youth, and what we'll be discussing today, life before marriage. So, sir, I'll be giving you room to each and every one of us to just briefly tell us, when we say life before marriage, generally, what does it mean? Like, life is a word on its own. Marriage is also a word on its own. So the before there also means something. So when we say life before marriage, sir, we will start from Mr. and Mrs. Johnson Owochu. Sir, Mr. Johnson, when we say life before marriage, to your own understanding, you have inside the marriage now. So we, the young ones that are yet to get married. So when we say life before marriage, sir, what does it mean?
All right, thank you so much, moderator. Life before marriage means the engagement that one engages him or herself before he or she is engaged in marriage. Talking about the activities that one performs before he or she becomes married. And as a Christian, life before marriage is a life of a single, and as a Christian is a life that is a time that you engage yourself in God, building up yourself so that you don't become a burden, or you don't become a liability when you eventually get married. So generally that is life before marriage.
Okay, to our uncle, our brother Stephen Anankpa, sir, please, what should a younger brother or sister understand before getting into marriage? You need to understand something before getting into marriage. Sir, what should I, as a single brother, understand before I have the thought of getting married, sir?
All right, thank you very much. I want to also thank my brother and friend who has given us a brief definition for life before marriage. I want to add that it's a season. And when you say something is a season, it's a period, that's expiration. It's a season where every young person will need to build him or herself, not just a period of waiting. What people generally understand is that life is just to wait. I'm waiting on the Lord. I'm waiting for whom God will bring to my life. No, it's a period that you need to build yourself. And secondly, I want to say that singleness is not a punishment. It's not a curse. Yes. I want to also tell young people that it is a time of self-discovery. Before you get married, you must actually get to discover your life purpose and skill development. You must have something to do. You want to pursue academics, pursue it. If you want to learn skill, learn it very well, so that before marriage you can be equipped. Spiritual growth, develop yourself. Don't just sit, and must be mature emotionally. So those are issues that a young person must understand before he or she gets into marriage. Thank you.
Okay, sir. When you were speaking, I was able to note something down. I will still ask you this question again. You say one need to understand something before getting married. Does it mean marriage did not depend on age, or does it mean that as a young man, there are specific things you need to see in your life before you even have a thought of getting married?
Right. Somebody said age is a number. Marriage itself, to some extent, does not depend on age, because maturity depends on the input you intentionally make into your life. A young man of 25, 30 can make input into his life that somebody of 45, 50 is not dreaming of. He is emotionally stable, academically, spiritually. He intentionally make those input into his life while he's trusting God for whom to marry, either as a lady or as a brother. So the maturity we are talking here is not age per se, even though to some extent age, because it's not for boys. Marriage is for mature mind, it's for men. So that age is a contest. Yeah, so it depends on what you have intentionally prepared yourself, knowing that what you are going to enter in the nearest future will demand your full maturity. So that is what we mean by maturity.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Sir, I'll throw this question to Mr. Johnson Owocho. Sir, please, can you tell us why the youth of this generation, most especially those of us that say we are Christian, rush into marriage? You discover that whenever we are of some certain age, we will be eager to get married. Why is it that youth are rushing into marriage? Sir, you throw more light on that for us. Why are youth rushing into marriage, sir?
There are several reasons why so many singles they rush into marriage. One of the reasons is pressure from parents. There are some parents that they feel that their children being around them, maybe from age 20 and above, especially the ladies, they feel that it has become a burden to them. So they feel, some they even ask their children, when are you bringing man into the house? When are you bringing man to us that you know that you are getting married? And if they continue to hear all of this, it will now make them to feel they are no longer wanted in the home. They want to go out of the house. So that is one of the reasons why they rush into marriage. Another reason why they rush into marriage is they don't take time to check what marriage itself entails. They only value the fancy things they see, how that couples dress, how that people try to, in our modern day, they call it pepper. They are peppering us, and they feel that because they are doing all of those things that are being displayed on the internet, they also feel that they want to engage themselves in that marriage. So they no longer wait for their due time. They rush into marriage and they end up in frustration. So these are some of we have other reasons why singles they rush into marriage.
Oh, okay, sir. I will throw this question to your wife. Ma, you notice that majorly when we say rushing into marriage, you discover that mostly those things normally come from sisters. Ma, from your experience, when you were single as a young lady, which I know you are still young, you are a young woman now. As a young lady, then what normally push younger sisters to rush into marriage, ma?
It is peer pressure because their friends, all of their friends are already getting married. You understand? Sometimes they will say, all my secondary school mates, I saw one on social media. That one said, I'm even older than her. I don't know what is happening. So that pressure is everywhere. It pushed them into marriage.
Oh, okay, ma. I will not leave you people yet. Sir, this question is still with you and your wife. Does it mean no matter the pressure or any external thing that is pushing you to get married, as a youth, can one have the stamina to withstand those things in order for the person not to rush into marriage? Because we normally have this popular saying that when you rush into marriage and something becomes difficult, it's no longer a marriage but a marriage. So, sir, it doesn't mean that we as a youth we have the ability to fight back some of those things that push us into early marriage.
All right. How one can get stamina and form a resistance against this pressure to be unmoved. You remain glued, remain tenaciously waiting on what is your conviction. If one does not have a conviction, it will become very, very difficult for him to withstand pressure. If you don't know whom you are, where you are going, identify your own journey. If you know that your journey is not same as the others, you have it very easy for you to withstand this pressure. Know that even despite that we are classmates or we are classmates, it doesn't mean that we must marry at the same time. For the fact that we grew up together does not mean that our time frame is the same. So if you discover whom you are, if you discover where you are going, and discover when God has designed for you to get married, you will not feel pressured, or even though the pressures are coming here and there, you will not jump into it because people are getting married or people are trying to force you to get married.
Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson. Sir, Mr. Stephen, please, why did youth rush into marriage? You know, you have been in this youth ministry for a while now, and you have the experience. Most especially, you work in the hospital. So those coming for screening and the rest, you discover that some of them are youth, and some of them, we can even call some are still teenage. So, sir, why did youth rush into marriage from your own experience and what you have observed for this long period of time?
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Johnson has done a lot to explain that, but I will add a little. It's unfortunate that youths, even teen, are even desiring to get married, and actually they don't know what it entails. One of the first factor I want to emphasize is lack of understanding of what marriage entails. It's like a student who wants to offer medicine but has never had a D in chemistry and biology, always having an E. But when you hear medicine and surgery, you want to go and take JAMB. Somebody that wants to do medicine is doing exam malpractice. This is a very practical course. So when you don't have basic understanding of what marriage entails, you are bound to rush into it, thinking that it's something that you can taste. If it's not to your taste, you will come out. And that's how we have a lot of divorce. Fear of loneliness. Yes, I'm the one left. All my age group, they have gone. Some desire validation of maybe status. Maybe marriage will change my status. You know, they introduce my friend now, Mr. and Mrs. They want a change of status. Let me also be Mrs. Not knowing that to become a Mrs. has a lot. So many factors. Some maybe for financial expectation. If I get married to this person, be financially settled. He's going to establish me. She's going to send me abroad. You see people that because of marriage, you marry me, I'm going to work your visa for you. Most of those things, they are just lies and infatuation. They don't take people anywhere. So because of these lies, my friend equally mentioned what happens in the social media. Because of what people see, they want to also get married and take snapshot also. And this poor relationship education. Youths have a very poor relationship education. They are not properly educated. It's not everybody you love that you can marry. And I know this may stir up a question, but you cannot love only one person in life. But that doesn't mean that you marry all of them. So marriage is something that you need to be properly guided. You need to understand before you enter it. And because of this lack of understanding, several are rushing into it, and they are also rushing out, which is divorce. So that is a few of the reasons why youths rush into marriage. Thank you.
Sir, you made mention of something that I picked from here. You made mention of poor relationship education. Sir, can you please throw more light on that?
Yeah. Somebody says, if you are not informed, you will be deformed. Yes. Once you are not informed, proper information, definitely you will be deformed in that particular area. So now, relationship is not a thing that a child should venture into. Go to our schools, even to our church fellowship, you see people going along, of course, having good times and all of that. Those are very wonderful opportunities because they just create good environment for us to relate. Then we say education, to have the proper knowledge, the guided principle to what you are about to enter. Marriage is not like offering medicine. If I'm doing medicine and I cannot continue, I will go and take another course. But if somebody guides me very well, Mr. Stephen, you are not good in biology, you are not good in chemistry, you are not good in this, you cannot do medicine very well. That is education. That's education. So if I know that what this person is saying is true about me, I won't venture into a course that I will not do well. So when I say education, is to get the proper knowledge, the guiding principle. And once they are properly guided with that and they take it, this issue of rushing into it, I think will be minimized because we cannot eradicate it.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. I really understand everything you have said, and me as a single brother, it's just like this thing is specifically made for me. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, let's talk about purpose in marriage. Now, I want you people to make it clear for us, the youth, especially the single. Does it mean purpose of one's life also determines the kind of person you get married to? Sir, please, I will still start from you again. Should I have anything to do with my own purpose, like the purpose of my existence, being a Christian? All of us, we have purpose of existence. God created us for a specific purpose. So does it mean before having a thought of getting married, I must first of all discover what my purpose is?
Yeah, the answer is a capital yes. Yeah, because what will give you direction in your marriage life is purpose. You must have carefully, maybe under spiritual guidance, know what is your purpose in life. What am I going to accomplish for God as Christians? You start from there, and to my community. So, having known that very well, that will define who should come into your life. I heard a brother preach this morning, and he said, if Jonah enters into your boat, there's going to be a storm because the two of you are going to a different direction. So you bringing somebody who does not have the same mindset, same purpose into your life, brings storms. Serious one. Because you cannot agree on a particular thing. You are thinking A, if she's thinking B, B is closer to A, but she's thinking Z. You are the beginning, she's the end. He is the beginning, the other one is the end. So when we say purpose must be established and understood before you talk of who to marry, because it gives you direction.
Thank you very much, sir. Before I go to Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, sir, please, can you talk about boundaries? Like, is it possible for someone to love his or her partner without crossing a boundary? Now, when we say we have purpose, each purpose have a specific boundaries. Like, there are some purpose in life whereby your purpose determine you don't do this, and a situation whereby you are in love with this sister. Sir, please, can you tell us, is it possible to love without crossing boundary of purpose?
Right. Mr. Johnson mentioned something, and I know maybe you may say it well to get to his turn. But when we talk of boundaries, it depends on your personal determination. And just it. What do you want to make out of this relationship? What is pushing you inside? And you know, there's a very funny way that young women describe ladies this day. When you say you are the only this, in my this, sugar, this take away all of that. There are plenty language. But for you to have boundaries, it's what you have determined. Daniel proposed in his heart. What was presented before Daniel was a good thing, but he said no. The girl can decide to be loose, but there's something, there's a covenant in you that you have made and said, I will not cross boundary. I will not defile myself with the wife I'm going to get married to. It's a personal determination. I was sharing with one of my mother-in-law this month, where a sister blocked me in her room and said, there's no way I can. This is not what I have determined. It's not what I have told God I want to. And so because of that determination, and once you are determined, there's nothing you can not do. So you will not cross boundary if you have a determination to keep your marriage journey and processes sacred. Yeah, so it's possible. It's possible. And another thing is to also go close to people that have the same mindset with you. That's Paul's counsel to Timothy. So people who have the same mindset. When you are talking, you people are encouraging yourself, iron sharpeneth iron. Not people that will be discouraging you and say, this one, if are you suffering yourself, you see free sisters, you are this, you are this. Some say they will need to test. Like in our culture now, they call it to test maybe your footwear. So those people that have that mentality, they don't have boundaries. And once you don't have boundaries, your marriage is likely to end up in frustration.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Sir, before I leave your side to Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, I we want to ask you this question again. You know, this our generation now. It's not like the way it was when you were growing up. We discovered that even in the Christendom, there are some things that are legalized. That is why I started talking about boundaries. We are focusing on we in the Christendom, which we are. Sir, I could remember the last time I heard an interview for a new executive during my service here. A sister said when we're talking about boundaries between opposite sex, even though you are in relationship, one of the sisters said, she's a sister and a God-fearing sister. So when we asked her about this boundary of 18, she said no, that as long as I'm a Christian, a brother cannot touch me. A brother, I can have a handshake with a brother. There is one hug, the title Deeper Life Hug. I don't know if you want to do like this. You say you can have a Deeper Life hug. Then we now ask her, what of the person that you are engaged to? She now say no, she is getting married to the person already, so she have to know the person. So sir, I had one question from one of the seminar that you handled also, sir. But what if the partner you are getting married to, since we are talking about boundary as a Christian, let's say for instance this brother is an impotent and you as a Christian you did not know, and biblically you have boundary as a Christian. In that kind of situation, sir, you have created a boundary being a Christian. So and unfortunately for you, you dive into it as a sister. And we also have a story about a man of God that got married to one sister in the church. The sister was fire-bearing sister. But when they got married, the sister now called the brother and told him, sir, now that we have gotten married, and the Bible says you cannot divorce, and I am not who you think you are, what will you do? So since these boundaries are there, how can we handle it as a Christian? Because we are talking about life before marriage, and we are to set boundaries before marriage. In this kind of scenario, sir, what do I do?
All right, thank you. The first thing I want to say is that you are not the one that creates the boundary. It's God. For us to go by that boundary is an obedience to the word of God. Marriage is honorable in all and bed undefiled. It's God that set that boundary for us. Now, I work in the hospital, as Yuella mentioned. People come for premarital screening and they will ask me, we want to do fertility tests. And I ask them, why? I want to be sure whether this girl can be pregnant. I want to be sure whether this boy can pregnant me. I say that is no longer acceptable within the Christian community. And it's not part of premarital screening per se. When we go to that level, it's extreme, especially as Christians. Now, why do I say that? Now, the Bible says he will not give us stone in place of bread, nor snake in place of fish. Now, this person I'm married, how did I get into that relationship? If it is God, and I'm sure it is God that actually led me into that relationship, I shouldn't be bothered about all of that. I shouldn't. It is God that gives children. I can say now, it is very funny that where we are now in Christianity, sisters, I'm sorry to say, whoever is listening, sisters prefer brothers that play with them than those people that sit like angel when they visit. The one that sit like angel, that maintains boundary, they say this one, you should say he well. So I know well, no. The one that make attempt either to rape and say, no, I don't like that. They say, this one is the charge. I don't say, no, this one is the charge. That's the one they like. But they fear that, will he get pregnant for me? Can this one pregnant me? I think that one is not part of us. If I prayed very well before God gave me, I should take whatever is the content of that marriage.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. From the question you answered, that shows that whenever one encounters such challenge, that means the person married out of the will of God.
No. When you marry an impotent person, who gave you? Who did you ask? If it is God, go back to God. That will not allow us to start discussing how God has intervened in such cases. He said he shut up Hannah's womb, isn't it? And he opened it. Plenty. The parent of John the Baptist, they suffered delay. Abraham, who is the father of faith, suffered delay. So if you enter into such and you are sure that it is God, if you enter into it and you're sure it's God, it's not that it's outside God that will marry important people, important person. No, we can't say that. So be properly guided. If you know you are properly guided, it is God that gave you this husband, I gave you this wife. I repeat, take what is the content of that marriage and trust God for a change if there's anything that is not correct.
Okay, sir. Sir, I will also love to ask you this question, sir. Sir, is it proper as a Christian and you are entering into a relationship with a sister or a brother, is it proper for you to have a clear communication in this aspect of fertility? Is it a right thing for me as a brother to ask a sister if there is this kind of problem in their lineage? Like for instance, there are some lineage that have delay in in giving birth, and there are some that they will get married, they won't even give birth at all. And as a sister, is it proper for a sister to ask a brother, sir, is the thing working, or do you have problem with this thing that God gives you as a Christian? Is it proper to ask this kind of question?
Okay. I will talk a little and my colleague will add. But let me give a scenario, something that I witnessed. A young pastor was getting married to a lady, a sister too. During their courtship, the sister had a major surgery. It was even the brother that signed the consent form for the surgery, because at that point he is the closest person to her now. But there was no effective communication on the nature of the surgery. The brother didn't probe to know what surgery is it. Appendectomy, and what is this? Is it variant cyst? The brother didn't bother. So after the lady was discharged, her friend now came to me and asked me, you people that work in the hospital, if somebody do surgery like this, operation like this, what is the implication? So I screamed, I say, wow, what's the person's age? Say, why am I shouting? I say, no, I didn't know it's somebody that is married. So I say, I know for that person, that is the womb. That is a total abdominal hysterectomy. They have removed the womb totally. And the brother didn't know. He didn't probe to tell the sister, you signed for a surgery and you didn't care to ask the doctor which operation are they going to work on my fiancé. So when the sister, I say, who did, who? Say, is this pastor's wife? I say, Jesus. And then they are wedded. They have been wedded. This thing happened when I was in SS2, 1997. Up to this morning, no issue yet. They have not given birth. And they are both getting old. And I don't know whether the man even know. Maybe they are still praying against witches and wizards. I get what I'm saying. So now when we talk of effective communication, on that note, we can even start from: have you had surgery before? Have you had fatal accident before? For a male, fatal accident can render you impotent. I get what I'm saying now. Fatal accident can disorganize everything in your system. And if it is surgery, let's know, is it just normal surgery? Is it minor, or is a major? Then on the other side, asking the person about this anatomical maybe functionality. So if you have the boldness to ask the person, sorry, are you a man? Not M-A-N. Are you a man? There are sisters that are very bold. They don't take no for an answer. If they are bold to ask you and you are sincere and say, that man something where I talk, and trusting God, left for the person. Are you a woman? But it's complex. Most of the infertility cases we have, the woman is seeing her normal menstrual period. And ideally, if a woman is seeing normal menstrual period, there should be no problem. But most times, there's problem. So if you want to go to that extent, I'm telling you, you are going to see specialists upon specialists, specialists upon specialists. And that's why I say earlier, it's not part of routine test. But because it can land you people into serious problem, discuss it. Yes, I think I will allow my second discussant to say one or two things.
All right, thank you so much, sir. You have done a lot of justice to this particular concept. Actually, effective communication in a relationship or in courtship goes a long way to helping the stand of that marriage. In a marriage or in a kind of relationship that there is a kind of bossy kind of relationship between the woman and the man. You know, there are some that the lady may not be so free. The lady is just always saying sir, ma, sir to the person. Maybe because the man was her spiritual leader, and the freedom may not be there to ask some of these sensitive questions. In as much as we try to make sure that boundaries are kept, we should be free. Relationship, we should be free to ask some of these questions to be sure. You know, issues can happen along the line in marriage. That maybe somebody that was very fertile before marriage can eventually become infertile during marriage. But you should be sure humanly to know that this person I am getting married to is not somebody that has a problem. Actually, we asked. My wife asked me, and I also asked her, and we kept boundaries. Though we knew that we were taking a step of faith, but we wanted to be sure, because we have heard of cases that people, they lie to one another, and when they got married, they began to have issues. So we asked, and I say that from my little knowledge about how a man that is fertile, that is potent, what happens within his system, I think I am potent enough. And she also explained hers to me, and I was sure that yes, this one is potent. And by the grace of God, God is helping our marriage. So we have gone beyond limit. We have gone beyond these days that people just enter into marriage without asking questions. And that is why one of the reasons why some of our fathers, they married wrongly, marrying AS, getting married, because they did not ask questions. And as they did not even ask questions, some they did not even do all these premarital screening tests. And at the end of the day, they began to have issues. Pressure became too much. Some could lead to the divorce. So if we ask questions, we can even ask for generational problems. These problems that you have identified in the life of this person that is associated to that family, to the lineage, will I be able to withstand it when this pressure comes? If I cannot withstand it, can I still go ahead? And if you know, you are sure that yes, I am already aware of this, I even went to an extent to ask her if she's a virgin. I was asking her not because if you are not a virgin, I'm not going to marry you, but let me know. And when she answered, and I was convinced, by the grace of God, that is whom she was before marriage. So effective communication, not the kind of communication that will lead to fornication. You keep boundaries, but let the communication. That is why marriage, before you even enter into marriage relationship, it should be between matured individuals. You know, these kind of communications, if you initiate it among people that are not mature, it can eventually lead to destruction. It can eventually lead to fornication. So it must be, somebody can get offended. Why are you asking me this kind of question? You don't believe in me, you don't believe in God, so you are asking like a carnal person. That is an immature thinking. But mature believers that are embarking on this journey, this kind of questions should not stir up anger. They should be able to explain clearly. God will help them to continue.
Okay, sir. Let me ask your wife this question, sir. Ma, please. What happened when two people married without clarity of purpose? You know, as a sister, you have a purpose, and as a brother, you have a purpose. Now, what happened when the both people in question married without clarity of purpose?
Yeah, without clarity of purpose, there will be conflict because my purpose is different from your own. So we do not agree on what we should be able to agree together on one purpose. But your own is different, mine is different. So there will be conflict, disagreement every time.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma. I don't know if your husband can also chip in.
Yes, a home where there is no clarity of purpose, just as my wife has said, there will be conflicts, there will be lack of peace, there will be clashes, and there will be a feeling of maybe somebody trying to lord over the other person. Yes, if we do not have a clear purpose, if I married her as somebody that did not identify my purpose in life, and maybe her qualification before marriage was not up to the standard I wanted, but because we had understanding with one another and we got married, maybe in marriage it will be if we do not understand each other before, it will be difficult for me to invest in her education even after marriage, because I'm feeling that if I invest into her, she may later become on top of me, that she'll become the husband of the house while I become the wife of the family. So all of those things, if purpose is not well defined, and in purpose definition, man should be able to identify that this is whom God has created me to be, and this is what he has called me to be. When you discover that, you know that the person that is coming into your life is coming to help you to fulfill that purpose. So whatever the woman is doing, whether it's doing above you in quote or is doing below standard, you should know that that is to complement what God has already called you to. But if those things do not happen, there will be quarrels. A husband may feel that this wife now, ever since I gave her opportunity to express herself in this, she's now becoming greater than me. Maybe I'm just somebody that is a member in the church. I do not come to the pulpit to preach, but my wife is a singer. She sings and she pulls crowd. You know, there's that feeling that maybe I may feel intimidated because I have not identified my purpose before marriage. But if I identify my purpose before marriage, even though if I'm working as an ordinary, in quotes, let me just use the word ordinary, I'm just a floor member, yes, in church, and my wife is even a preacher on pulpit, because I identify that she is coming to compliment me, I will not feel pressure. And all these pressures, when they accumulate, they could eventually lead to divorce.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, sir. I will ask you that same question I threw to Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. Sir, what happened when two individuals got married without clarity of purpose?
Okay, thank you very much. We have said a lot especially when he was emphasizing on purpose. Yes, but to add to that, when people don't have clarity of a purpose and eventually get married, the first thing is confusion. They tend not to understand each other. Yes, so that confusion, and there's this frequent struggle, power struggle, as he has said. Of course, if the both of us academically we are not at the same class, that should be discussed while before we get married. The wife is a degree older, the husband is an O level, and that is not the criteria for the marriage. So that shouldn't bring any conflict. But if we don't understand it very well, so it's our difference is there. And if we think that it's the person that carries money that is the breadwinner of the family, that brings a lot of conflict. So let it not be that it's money that makes a person the breadwinner. Even literally that is what it is. But see situation where even the wife will carry money and give to the husband to pursue the family affairs, even the in-laws affair, and the wife will be behind. That is understanding. So where the understanding is not there, and the wife want to show up that she's the one paying the children's school fees, want to let the children know I'm the one paying your school fees, I'm the one doing this, I'm the one doing that, that brings a lot of confusion and this unrealistic expectation. Yes, when people don't understand why they propose, because if I don't give my correct identity to my fiancé that before we get married, I'm a gate man in the office, but because that organization is a prestigious one, when they say you are working in they say, hey, the guy don't blow. Tell your wife, I'm just a cleaner, I'm just an attendant. Like when people say, Steve, you're working in federal teacher, I say, yes, medical lab technician. So it's a scientist. You don't know work, what this is. No matter he say I know work, I'm an MLT. I don't say now. My wife knows, he knows my boundaries. So there's no confusion regarding that, because we have, this is who he is, and that is what Johnson actually said. And if we don't have clarity of purpose, external influence, people will start contributing. Are you going to be like that? That man doesn't have anything that it takes to keep you, this and this. His job is not a stable job, and all of that. But this is something we have discussed. He knows where I'm going, and everything has been settled. So if there's any external or third party influence, you can now reject it. So that's amidst many the issues where people don't have clarity of purpose.
Okay, sir. When we're talking about purpose, I discovered that we are focusing majorly on the male aspect from our discussion so far. Sir, does a sister need to discover her own purpose before marrying someone that aligns with her own purpose, or must a sister only fulfill a brother's purpose? What I mean in essence is that, you know, as a brother, you look for someone that rhymes with your purpose, someone that can, you know, the Bible says God gives Adam a help me. So what, as a sister, must you also, at least me, a sister, should I also look for a man that also has what me I am looking for?
Thank you. You know, you are going to compliment the man. You have your own purpose, but your own purpose should get lost in that man. It should complement. No, we said one of our discussions that you must not wait for somebody to come and complete you. You must be complete so that I can connect. So When we say somebody is complete, the person knows his or her purpose. For example, now, as a sister, I am an evangelist. All that I have seen around me, my ambition, if I'm praying prophetically, I'm an evangelist. Why would I go to marry? How will I put it now? Maybe somebody whose ministry is not evangelistic. Some people say you must not marry an evangelist, but this is ministry, except it is not God that gave that sister that ministry. That ministry is supposed to go and boost somebody's own ministry. And there can't be two ministries in one home. It's one. It's one. The sister cannot be running his her ministry, the brother is running her ministry. No, that is not biblical. That is not Christian. So what we are saying is that if the sister discovers her purpose early, when our brother mentioned clear communication, that should even be part of the discussion too. Yes, this is the area of my calling. I'm a music minister, and God has showed me that He's going to help me. I'm going to go viral. I'm going to go global. Singing. Yeah, I don't like people that are single. They are wife to plenty people. No, some people can be very jealous of their wife. So if you know this guy is jealous, and as a guest minister, you know how they are popular. You know how people running around them. If you know that this ministry is God that gives, and you're going to get totally lost, you go into extinction in this marriage. Why will you go into that? So the sister must discover purpose, and that purpose must fit into the man is going to get married.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. For the sake of our time, I will be running through the rest of the question I have here, and we'll touch it briefly as we round up this program for today. Sir, just with a brief words, what are the common mistakes that youth make before marriage?
Yeah, there are mistakes. As somebody said, common sense is not common. So these are common mistakes, but some of them don't look at it as a mistake. Yes, and I will mention a few. And there are people that have started dating before they get dating and courtship, they are different. But when you have started a relationship that is already out of line, out of course, it's not defined, but later you want to define it. Don't say we must get used to ourselves before and unfortunately some of them have started going to bed. If the man, that young person, have tested the good part of you, and you are hoping that because you have opened yourself to him, he's going to get married to you, that is a very, very terrible mistake. Once they date, that guy will say no. You say they have broken your heart, and you are the one that gave the man your heart to break. So it's a very serious mistake, and this over-dependence. Yes, it's not a marriage relationship yet, but anything, you want to buy a child card, if you are sick, if it is headache, you want to buy this, even on this, you are certainly making some requests that shouldn't have come up at that initial stage. Sometimes the guy will get fed up with you and say, I know somebody that walked out of a relationship because the lady was bringing the family problem, even though they are not yet married. So these are common mistake that people do, and over expectation, thinking that if I get married to this one, it's going to solve a particular problem like this. All of that, they are very terrible mistake that people do in relationship. I think I'll ask maybe my colleague to add one or two points. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. before I will even add to what he has said, I also want to add to the aspect of the purpose. You know, that is why we talk about effective communication. If you know where the both of you are going, I check the life of a couple in the Bible, Deborah and Lapidot, and I was just imagining how, you know, so many things was not mentioned about Lapidot. We did not know whether he was a priest or whether, but that was a man that got married to a woman who will even go to battle, a woman that was a prophetess. But I don't think if that woman was so jealous of what the wife was doing, that home would have been good enough. But that woman was able to do that which God has called her to do effectively because there was a support from the husband, which may not be in front, may not be in the limelight, may not be celebrated as the wife was celebrated, but because there was that mutual understanding and maybe there was an identification or a clear definition of purpose, and they were able to work together effectively and the ministry expanded. So if there is an effective communication and the husband will not feel jealous that if I get married to this person who is a music minister and my own purpose is just I'm a teacher that may not be so exposed to platforms where people listen to me in mass, I will not feel jealous or I will not feel intimidated that I am below her in this marriage. So there must be that understanding, mutual understanding, which is an attribute of a mature believer. So some of the, going back to the last question, some of the mistakes that young people, they make before marriage is that some of them, they ignore red flags. They say that if I get married to this person, I think I should be able to work on him or her. What has become a habit of somebody is difficult to break out of. Somebody that has a serious anger issue, the person that little communication, the person will begin to insult your father, insult your mothers, and say, if I come to that home, I will just break everything. That person, when you get married, you will break television, and from breaking television, you begin to break your head. So if they ignore those red flags, they will grow, and if they grow, they can cause serious havoc. So young singles, they should not ignore red flags. You know that the attitude of this person is such that I cannot tolerate in marriage. It is better you walk out of it, because those things, they have caused a lot of issues in marriage. And some, they are only waiting, they are not preparing. They are not building on themselves spiritually, they are not building on themselves financially, they are not working on themselves emotionally. So they just sit down now counting this when they will get married. You see a young lady in her father's house counting when she'll get out of the trouble. The dictate of the father and mother say everything, they are always giving me law, rules to abide in this home. When I get married, I will now become my own madam. If you check that person, the person for the years, the person is not going to school, or maybe after school is not doing anything, not into farming, or is not into any business, is not learning skills, and it's just waiting for marriage. It's a big mistake. It's a big mistake that many youths, they are making even before marriage.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. For the sake of our time, sir, when you were saying something, you made mention of something, preparation, spiritual, emotional, and financial, which involve physical preparation. Sir, how do one prepare spiritually, emotionally, and financially before getting married? And this preparation, is it only for the brother that is getting married, or for the both the brother and the sister?
Thank you very much. Preparation is for both, because both of them are going to live together. And when we talk about spiritual, it is spiritual. It is not carnal. There are routes to it. The first thing, both parties must be born again. They must be born again. And as I talk, Christians should marry Christian. They must be born again. They must be growing. They must be growing. They must not depend on their yesterday. They must study. They must study. They must have instructors before they get married. Now, when they are properly instructed and they are growing in their area of giftings and growing in the Word of God, growing in prayers, growing in everything that has to do with the spiritual life, that person, either the man or the woman, is good to go. Because if it's not two Christians that are married together, it is still Jonah in the ship. It is still Jonah in the ship. So that is, and when you talk of emotion, it's your ability to handle emotions. Somebody was describing for us in the last discussion that that is, you are careful. The way you will not want somebody to hurt your feelings, you are careful not to hurt somebody's feelings. And it is maturity. That's another level of maturity also. Because if for example, you say your wife offends you, that's okay. Would you want to offend her back? I'm not saying now. But if you are not emotionally mature, you say an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You don't care what you are going to do is going to do to the next person. It's not a problem. You say a thing and somebody is not too comfortable with it, it's not a problem. But you must grow. How do I handle situations? How do I tackle challenges, problems? Somebody reports a matter to me. Do I stand up and start going there to go and fight? Does it just change my mood and everything about me now will be catastrophic? I'm just harassing everybody in the house. Maybe I just come to the house and the house is disorganized. Maybe this is my house now. I say, who put this one? Who put there? I can't sit down to reason. What would have made this person do this? Okay, for example, if you get married and maybe you came back 2-3 o'clock, food is not set, and you started ranting, started shouting. Why is there no food in the house? Not knowing that maybe since morning your wife has been hospitalized or she has been inside on self-medication waiting for you to come and start from where she stopped. So your ability to handle situations, and you must grow and mature in it. Yes, and when we talk of finance, of course, our brother mentioned it. It's not the time that you will just be folding your hands. You can't be folding your hands. You can't just be waiting for somebody. So you must not be waiting for somebody to come and make it up for you, especially financially. You must get skill acquisition, have something that will bring in money if you are not a salary earner. Even if you are a salary earner, in this country where we are now, somebody says salary is a scam. I'm a salary earner. It's a scam. You would have spent your salary before it comes. Maybe this business will put food on your table daily, and you're likely to have one or two things. So you must prepare yourself financially. And let me say this, I used to tell brothers, if you don't belt up to prepare financially, whatever you don't get before you get married, if you get married, it's going to take you years to get it. True or false?
Very true, sir.
Very, very true. I have to persuade one of my friends, say, if you want to have a cushion chair in your room, please get it before you get married. Otherwise, when responsibility start coming in, so when we talk of financial, you must be financially not buoyant but stable. Something that you can keep referring to, because marriage is tasking. Yes, you are bringing a whole family inside, except you want to be irresponsible. Yes, when you want to be responsible, then you can now jump into marriage anyhow.
Thank you very much, sir. I will give this chance to Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. Please, when you talk on this, you just give an advice to those that are watching us, to our viewers. You give them advice based on this life before marriage. Thank you, sir.
With all that we have said, we have defined what life before marriage is. It's a period, as our uncle has said, it's a season in life. It's not just a season that we are just continuous. Work on yourself. All of these that we have mentioned, when you put them into practice, work by yourself, you know that you are emotionally unstable, you don't have emotional intelligence. You work on this. Read books, keep counsels, and make practical efforts to make sure that you are able to control your emotions, your behavior, maybe the way you talk, the way you do things, the way you react to issues of life. If it is not okay, these are things that you should work on. If you are not financially stable, don't rush into this marriage. Don't rush into it. You will know that you are not prepared enough. Both physically, you are not prepared. There are people that are not of marriageable age because they think that if I get married, what married people enjoy are people. Some people they just marry because they lost too much on them. Let me just get married and have sexual intercourse. And marriage is not about sex. A lot of responsibilities marriage. So you should not just marry because God is too much. Maybe the pressure. Wait on God, trust God, and trust God help you life journey. And you are not Christian, you are not. These viewers, I want to encourage those who are yet to marry. Take time, seek the face of God. The Bible says in the book of Psalm 32 verse 8, it says, I will guide you and I will instruct you in the relationship. And in verse 9 it says, do not be like a senseless woman, not like a mad and needed to be pregnant. But if that house is not controlled, you can just begin to walk. So if you submit yourself to the leadership, you will not marry wrongly. If you marry wrongly, your life is shattered. Somebody said that your wife can decide whether you make heaven or not. If your wife looks at you in the face and says, this heaven that you say you are preparing for, you are not going to make it. It will take extra grace of God for you to make that heaven. Because she will make every effort to pursue all your efforts. Make sure that you don't do that. God bless you.
Okay, sir, generally, you advise everyone and in summary, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, my fellow discussants, Mr. Johnson and the Mrs. Thank you. Luke chapter 14, verse 28, Jesus said, which of you intending to build a tower will not sit down first and plan the costs? Otherwise, he will happily start. And because he cannot finish, people will laugh at him and say, see this woman, oh, he started the relationship, started the marriage process, and he couldn't finish it. Jesus himself gave that instruction. And I want to give that instruction as an advice to all of us before. Right, so Jesus himself said it. And I want to say that to all our viewers, the young people out there, you must plan. You must plan. Anytime you want to get into marriage journey, plan it. Don't just jump into it, because marriage will not fix your brokenness if you expose it. Whatever you cannot fix where you are single may become a major problem. All the negatives that you tolerated will torment you. So want to counsel you, go with people that can give you godly counsel, people that can tell you the right thing. Don't go and choose your friends that will tell you the wrong thing about marriage. And I pray that all of us that are watching, none of us will get it wrong. Both the brothers or sisters, even if you are not a Christian, if you want to get it right in marriage, you must come to know God, because He is the one that institutes marriage, and He is the only person that can correct it if it has issue. Thank you. The Lord bless you.
Okay, thank you very much. We are very, very glad to have all of you here with us. We want to appreciate you for the time that you have devoted. And to our viewers, please, if you are watching us online. Please, if you have any question, just drop it on the comment section. We'll throw your question to our presenters. They will answer your question. And please, if you need counsel on any of these aspects that has been discussed, or you want to discuss with those that we have in the studio with us today directly, please just drop it on the comment section and we will connect you to them directly. So once again, we really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And this is Calvary TV. Please, if you are watching us, like, comment, share. Please don't forget this. Subscribe to this channel. And see you again some other time. And we are very, very happy to have you with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bless you.